Okay, I'm now at the third movement of the Bartok dance suite. I'm not suggesting that it's in any way fully polished. It's just my second visit to most of these. The first one was several weeks ago, but I'm starting to refine whether it be fingering or strategies or how it goes, and making the sense of the clarity of the experience better. I perhaps don't verbalize as much as I am when I'm learning stuff for the first time, partly because I don't have time, but partly because that's the nature of these revisits. Some of the stuff just comes back without much conscious involvement on my part, but some of it requires my really applying my powers of analysis to remember what I actually remember. It's all there under the surface, but I can't always remind myself the ways in which I've retained this information. But here goes. Done without reference to the score, so some of it stuck obviously, but not with great clarity. So I'm going to go. I got a little nervous here. G. So D here. To the bottom chord, but this time it only has 5. So G. I told myself that. For the bass to overwhelm the right hand, especially. There's a very weak register on this piano, so I want to make sure ultimately. When I know where I'm going, it feels different, it sounds and when I don't, it doesn't. The beat like an augmented third. Here's another augmented third. So I have 2/5. All I can say is yikes. 2, 3. And then second on here comes in really handy. It's interesting because the voices cross. So the right hand, the treble part, is lower than the bass part twice in a row. Very simple. Low. That has an extra one. And you know, I'm not releasing in time. I'm getting bleed through. And I want really clarified entries. Here. There's 3 of these. It's a wonderful thing with a very, very extended pedal that just squishes all together. understand the nature of what you're teaching yourself rather than mindlessly repeating. C sharp. It's all simple notes, that's good. As you might guess, all attention is to the left hand, even though the right hand is playing the full melody. Not the octave. Even slowing this down, this is an odd little figuration. I'm just wondering, after all these years, can I do better? I could turn my hand over. Boy, that's tiring. Because this is what tends to happen. It tends to get all stuck together. I think I need to simply deliver my whole arm to the chord and make rather subtle gestures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. Another issue is that this group doesn't always play in phase with the right hand. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is going 1. And okay, so I'm going to try exactly the reverse. You can hear the lumpiness. I'm getting to the thumb. That is hard. That's much clearer. But I don't know why when I play it hands together, it's much more difficult to coordinate. the left hand far too heavily. And when it's lighter, it's easier to execute on the surface, and on a lighter, well actually even here, on a heavier action it works much better along the keys rather than into the keys. So. The sort of thing that I could practice indefinitely, not to my advantage. I'm going to come back to it. It'll be one of my trouble spots. Okay. As two separate slurs. If I play it as one group, I create a great difficulty for my 5 and 4. If I do the second one, tossing my hand into this very simple 7th, very easy. And again, I can't cross here. Rather, if I move away from where I'm heading, it's actually easier because I can extend my arm to my 4th finger and then just finish. Almost all of the demands are in the left hand. Except for here. Not bad. that it will fit in the left-hand inflection. So let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. And I like the bass line, simple. Zeroing on the bass. I should also be more aware of my fingers. 3, 2, 2. Being aware of that too is useful. reinforcement. There's a lot of rather pianistically challenging things in here, and some mentally challenging things to go with it. But I don't have time to reinforce now, and I don't think it would benefit me if I didn't give it a little bit of time to steep first. So, see you later.